Case study. Discuss how computers are used in automobile. Computer system in automobile. ECU, the brain behind the heart. What is an ECU? Any system controls one or more electrical system in a vehicle, and ECU basically does two functions: how much of fuel to burn, when to burn it. The two function is auxiliary function controlling to the radar, fan, instrument system, think ABSC, and controller. The ECU, the ECU does what is does. The ECU determines the amount of fuel and ignition time to collecting information from various sensors which convey the current operating status of engine. The sensor are used as input of ECU can be classified into position sensor, physical condition sensor. That a physical condition sensor is temperature and pressure. Sensor which tell when to burn the fuel. Crank angel sensor, camshaft position sensor. First is the crank angel sensor used to provide the position of the crankshaft. By this, the sensor will interactively tell the ECU that the position has almost reached the top position. It is the time for the spark bulk to provide the spark. Camshaft position sensor used to provide the position of the camshaft. This sensor will tell ECU that is the intake value will now open and it is now time to spray the fuel and let the air fuel mixer inside the cylinder. Next C, sensor which tell to the engine how much fuel to burn. Nothing but M, depending upon how much the accelerator is activated, then roulette plate is turned by the certain angle. More than the action, more than the air which enters, which means more fuel to burn, hence more power produced. Alternative sensor which tell how much fuel to burn. Intake pressure sensor is generally a piezoelectric sensor, tells the pressure has due to the solution created the combustion chamber. More than the solution pressure means more air is soaked and hence more fuel is needed. Air mass sensor provides an output proportional to mass of air flowing into the cylinder. More air means more fuel sprayed, hence it again greater power. Other important sensor needed for the running of the engine. Engine temperature sensor is generally at thermocouple used to input the engine temperature to the ECU. High temperature indicated engine overheating, which the ECU or radar to start remove the heat from the engine. Air temperature sensor provides the temperature of the air. This is essential since the temperature of the air let us know about the density of the air, which in turn let us know about the pressure of atmosphere air used along with an intake pressure sensor. So what does the ECU do with all these inputs? All the along inputs are converted into the digital inputs. The ECU has pre-written algorithm into its ROM. This algorithm generates a value of spark time, amount and timing of fuel injection and activates the cooling system based on inputs from the sensor. This value is converted to along from VDAC and provide respective output lines in the analog voltage. Other computer controller system APS, airbag, speedomotor, odometer, tachometer, traction control, battery management in hybrid vehicles. First see the airbag. There are two types. Frontal and the various type of side impact airbags. There are 4 crash sensors for its working. The system is powered by the battery of car. Used airbag in sodium acid. The development time from impact to inflection is about 50 ms. The picture of airbag is crash sensor, indicator lamp, Rai Hammers diagnostic model. Next C speed control system. This helps the vehicle to automatically maintain a speed selected by the driver, and motor or vacuum servo opens and closes the throttle as when needed to maintain the speed. Anti-lock braking system. An anti-lock braking system is a safety anti-skid braking system used on aircraft and land vehicles such as car, motorcycles, and trucks and buses. Speedometer. A speedometer or speed meter is that measure and displays the instantaneous speed of vehicle. Now universally fitted to motor vehicles, they started to be available as option in the early 20th century as the standard equipment from about 1910 onwards. Next C traction control is an active vehicle safety feature designed to help vehicles make effective use of all traction available on the road when accelerating and low friction road surfaces. The picture say control with the traction control, the traction control which is moving to the correct direction. Without direction control is moving to the wrong direction of the road. And advantage of users in computer in automobile. Advantage is better mileage, more reliable and comfortable, very clean car and less use batteries is saves, and external source is very good. And disadvantage is very high initial cost to the cars is a initial cost is very high to work the computer uses of the system. Spare parts will very costly. Hybrid car battery has limited lifespan. As there is a electrical components, there is a risk of shock during an accident.